What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Round 4, final round of qualifying is this evening. Hopefully, we can fight back and have a solid finish. We should be, unless tragedy strikes, we should be a lock for elite. If we pop off, we've got a chance to make it into the back end of plat. So we'll see what we can do. I am beyond beat. So we moved a few months ago. This was the first time I've ever mowed the yard at this house. We owned a townhouse before. Very small yard. You could be done 5-10 minutes, easy. Now I have like closer to a half acre, and all I have is a little, I don't know, 16-inch. Maybe it's a little bit bigger than that. Scott's, I guess it's like a reel mower or whatever. You know, the little rotary blade, like it just, as you push it, it spins. About 2.5 hours later, got that done. But little hill in the backyard and stuff, and pushing that the whole time, it like completely gassed me. I don't know if I was dehydrated, not enough energy in the body, combination of the two. But yeah, I got into the garage to go back into the house, and I started like trying to just wipe the little bits of grass off of my legs, and double calf cramp. Next thing, I'm hobbled over on the floor of my garage. So I'm you know, slowly recovering from that. I am slowly recovering from that. Like eating dinner, getting a bunch of water in my system. I didn't have any like Gatorade or anything to get like the electrolytes pumping. But yeah, my legs were shot until I ate something, and now I'm just kind of like still have the occasional little bit of shake. So body's trying to reach an equilibrium. We'll get there. Hopefully by the time the rounds actually matter, we'll be back to a steady place. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, that's what when the weather's nice and it's rained and like the grass needed to be cut, had to do it. It's nice to be outside for that long. Although my wife said I was looking a little bit red up on the head, so maybe I should have thrown a hat on. I didn't think I was gonna be that long, to be completely fair. But what's going on, Lance? Ross, welcome back. Jay Sporty, what's going on? Rounds are going all right, Lance. Rounds are going all right, man. We're 34 under through 3. So if we pop off here in the last round, we'll make plat. Otherwise, we'll be an elite. We qualified into elite in 2K23. I've already missed 7 putts inside 10 feet in this tournament. So like putting has been a struggle, always has been. You know, and we've had some stretches where also not hitting great shots. So yeah, we've played pretty well ball striking wise, but the occasional wind read and the putts, they've held us back, but that's really nothing new. What's going on, Lucius? 18 under this round? Oh man. Imagine. I've shot a couple of rounds in that. Very firm greens. Alright. High winds, very firm, and medium. We'll see how this plays. Push mode ain't no joke. Yeah, that's for sure. I don't have a shed yet. We're looking into getting one. So right now I kind of have to just ride with the mower that I have. Not actually ride, but I gotta push the mower that I have. Once we have some space, then I might look into getting like an electric push mower or something. Oh, nice little lag. Love that. All right, first swing of the day. It's not bad, just a little pull. Holy lag, Batman. The stutters are insane on this hole. What is going on with that? What's going on, Mogo? Dr. Smoke, welcome back. Good to see you. Shot 40 under? That's not bad, Lance. 40 under. That's probably That's probably elite, right? We thinking that's elite? The court is a hassle? Yeah, but I'm thinking like, I don't know, I was thinking like those Milwaukee battery powered ones. That way you don't have to be plugged in. And I don't really have to worry about... Oh man. Don't really have to worry about gas. Also, that was a YouTube sub. Hold on. Nice. Well, that's why I should look at the putts. That's why you always look at the putts. Zenflix, thank you for the sub. Didn't get the chance to sign up. Is it too late? No, it is not too late. You can sign up, and as long as you play your rounds before the deadline, which is the end of the tournament, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're in. Oh, that open. Oh, that open. Also, the rhythm miss there. Looking at putts is overrated. Speaking from the experience that I've had with my putter, I can't fully get on board with that. I have just missed way too many. Okay, that did not break like at all. Did I hit that too firm? That was a really bad misread. Won't play every week? Got too much going on in NBA 2K? Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can be like those pros IRL, right? Yeah, you pick and choose which tournaments you're gonna play. Don't have to play every week. You just, you know, you show up when you want. You know, show up on your terms. The difficulty is it's set up on the CC difficulty, so it's master swing, vibrations off. No, actually, vibration is open. Vibration's open on CC. Wind meter's open. So you've got some tools at your disposal. I've been playing with the Pro Tour conditions personally, so I know that that's something that'll... I want it to actually spin a little bit, so a little bit below my feet. Get in there. Attaboy guy. What a shot. What a shot. Nothing like starting your day off with a hole out, you know? 3 holes in. Eagle hole out, easy game. Legend, by the way. The legend thing is kind of funny because the legend part really only matters when you miss. So if you hit all your inputs, then legend is basically no different. What's going on? Going on, Casey? How are we doing, Coach? Thank you for the luck. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We're like safely into elite unless something goes like incredibly wrong. Which maybe that'll open us up a little bit. Yeah, maybe that'll free us up to shoot something crazy and get into plat. It's like on the one hand, like being in plat, yeah, being in plat is definitely not the end all be all. And it's funny because elite technically like sounds better than elite or than plat does, but yeah, plat we wanna be at the top. Did I bogey one early? Is that why? I bogeyed the first hole. What happened on the? Put in that. I don't remember bogeying the first hole. But that makes sense why the Eagle 2 put us at 1 under. I don't know. I guess it shows how little I pay attention at the start of my warm-up. Got a large pot of classic red meat sauce spaghetti simmering on the old stove for the fam tonight. Ooh. Nice, man. We just had some leftovers tonight. They were delicious, though. We had some leftover ranch enchiladas. Homemade. So good. So good, man. I want to be smart. So what does smart me do? Smart me is going to put the ball right of the hole, not go for the hole out. Land it on the green just right of the hole so it bounces a little bit right. Well, okay. Or we're gonna land it short and left. See, that's the thing. I can't do that. And maybe that means that I don't play it as aggressively. I'm trying to leave myself something a little bit more uphill. Nice pot. Happy Friday Eve, Richard. Not to sound like a noob, but once you're registered for qualifying, what's this up? Okay, so you've got your TGC account, you click the register button, then you go to the TGC Tours special events society in the game and play your 4 rounds. Once your 4 rounds are done, then it's the waiting game. You know, the new events will open up in the other TGC Tours societies once, like immediately upon qualification finishing. Typically on Sunday, you know, it should be on Sunday that Doily gets everything processed, and or you get an email about what tour you qualified for and all that. Yes, turn on your third-party sharing and social settings. Just as Casey says, so go to your settings and go down to social, and you want to make sure that this guy is on. This is what allows TGC to get your scores. Yeah, then it's just play and wait. I'm gonna play like a high shot here. Ball's above the feet. I'm gonna bring it back. Instead of hitting the partial, I'm gonna actually just throw the 3-wood up in the air a little bit to try and sit it a little bit softer. Could maybe have played that more right on the green, left a different putt. I mean, it looks pretty flat. I mean, everything is kind of indicating that it's sloping down towards the water a little bit. Even though the other edge of that green kind of curls back up. I underhit it, but honestly, that didn't look like it wanted to turn. It's like I hit straight through it. Can't wait to straight choke it, Smoke. Well, I mean, I guess you're setting yourself up for failure with that attitude, right? I guess my question is, what's your familiarity with the difficulty settings that they're playing on? Because the way that it's looking, you're going to have to be at least even par, if not a little bit less to make it. Oh, I didn't need to play anything. We got light roughed. We got light roughed. Nice. See, I just need this. I just need some putts to drop. Yeah, if you play a master, you'll do fairly well. It's the if you do so well that you qualify for a pro tour and then you lose vibration, you lose the wind speed. Trying to remember if there's anything else that changes on the jump to the pro tours. I think that's the thing that's going to catch some people out. Yeah, special events. So special events are used for qualifying, for promotion events, which are like, they're going to do one in like 2 weeks, but they're normally every like 6 weeks, I think. They're basically events that are used to kind of account for people getting way better, and people at higher rank, you know, people stop playing. And so to like refill the top tours and kind of move things up. And then there are sometimes like alternate events for plat or, yeah, with like a major or something. They'll run something in the special events. But on the week to week, you'll have the challenge circuit and then kinetic, elite, and platinum. And those are going to be the main places that you play. So the cutoff for the lowest CC rank was 6 under after 3 rounds. Really, Sean? It's moved to that? I mean, we'll see once round 4 hits. And once everybody else... I mean, I guess just by sheer number of people, it's kind of bound to do that. But that's still crazy to me. Just knowing, like, what people could get away with scoring in previous games in qualifying, but also this number of people is pretty crazy. I was not prepared for this sort of turnout to TGC. I mean, it's awesome though, because you know, the numbers from what I can see on Steam, you know, are high compared to previous titles, and you know, getting that sort of AMA and everything going in the Reddit has brought in a lot of faces. You know, it's up there on the society list, so if you have more people playing and more people seeing it, more likely that people are going to check out the society and want to get involved. That's a large amount of the content that we do is TGC related, so that's awesome. I'm just really happy to see, at least so far, yeah, that the community is pretty active. I need to make sure that we end up left. need to make sure that we end up left. The wind does not play as much as I thought. Okay. I mean, this does leave us an uphill putt. Oh, I underswung it. Oh, Colby, don't underswing it. That's so makeable. I think it's around 3.5k and about 2,000 on previous tours. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And then maybe you get up to like 3,000 players or so through like the game life cycle. So for that many people to be checking out TGC just right out the gate is really good. I mean, I know they said about no expansion right now, and that makes sense to me. What will be more interesting for me to see is, you know, will there still be interest, you know, later in the season to the point where they would actually open up more flights. Because I think the way you have to look at it is like, the longer the game is out, if there's still that interest, you know, it's still a competitive thing, but players are going to get better. You know, the skill of CCL, if the player base is high enough, is going to be higher than that of CCL in prior games. But it's gotta, the numbers have to add up, right? Like there has to be the interest, and there has to be the financials, right? Like the site does cost money to run. You know, whether it's run the most efficiently or not. I should have just clubbed up. I should have just done it. Whether it's run the most efficiently or not is a completely different question, but it still costs money to run, and so... Oh, so that one breaks that much. Got it. So the donations have to be there and stuff to make it feasible for them to even think about expanding. Start straight away? Yeah, it'll start, like, as soon as the first event closes, like, as soon as qualifying closes, we will be straight into the next week. People will be able to kind of play, you know, if they think they're pretty sure of where they're finishing. Yeah, but there's always the chance that, yeah, you might not know if you qualified into Kinetic or Elite or CC, like if you're a fringe. Fringe entrant. Yeah, so you can play if you think, but still don't get how that's 8 degrees open. Or 8 degrees pushed. I felt like I was gonna be on the whole side of it. What's going on, Jaden? Let's TGC, see a bunch of content about it, but not sure what it is. So it's a third-party website that essentially runs like a large online career mode, so to speak. So it's cross-platform. You play weekly tournaments. There's a cut line. If you post high enough scores, there are 15 different flights. S. Jude, thank you for the follow. There are 15 different flights that you can qualify into. Qualifying is this week, so depending on how you score, you'll get flighted based on your finish position. And then as the weeks go on, if you finish in the top, we'll call it 15%, you can earn promotion marks, 3 promotion marks, and you move up. But if you miss a cut, you lose a promotion mark, Conversely, if you finish in the bottom 15%, you get demotion marks. 5 demotion marks, you get demoted to flight. If you make a cut, then you get, you get one of those demotion marks taken away. It's against, people all over the world. Right now, there are 3,500 people who have finished 4 rounds of qualifying, I think. So it's, I think they're giving out tour cards to roughly 2,000 people. There's a world ranking system. We play on great user-created courses that go through like an approval process. I mean, that's the main part of it. I'm trying to think if there's any other... I feel like there was one other kind of big key point that I wanted to touch on, but slipping my mind. But yeah, it's basically like an online career. Oh, we play on harder difficulty settings. So we're on master swing difficulty. The higher tours, the highest tours on legend. The pro tours have no vibration, there's no swing meter. It's a good time. And like the great part about it is there's always competition for you. That's what all the different flights are for. Yeah, so you don't have to go up against the best of the best necessarily. They can play the society in the game, but their scores aren't going to show up on the leaderboard on your website unless they have a tour card for that particular flight that you're in. And they have API access, so they get all sorts of data points on swing inputs and stuff. So there's a fair play policy. They'll pull scores that they deem illegitimate, so there's, a bit of competitive integrity from that. I say it's very firm. There's no way with the front pin you're just really sticking it. You're 9 under, so kind of sweating on it. You just play the CC1. Yeah. You'll be able to just get right in if you want to over the weekend. What I'm trying to figure out, and what I kind of want to get some possible feedback on, is right now we've been playing 1 round a day, but I'm curious going forward, like, do you guys think it would make sense to do like rounds 1 and 2 on Tuesday? Or not Tuesday, like rounds 1 and 2 on Wednesday, and then if we make the cut, we play rounds 3 and 4 on Thursday instead of doing the 1 a day. Plans for Easter weekend? Just on Sunday, we're having my in-laws over. We're hosting. We went and we did like an Easter dinner and stuff with my side of the family last weekend. So now we're doing with my wife's family. I really gotta stop when I partial it that much, giving respect to the wind. Might have to try and qualify. Yeah, go for it, Jaden. All you gotta do is you turn on the third-party data under the social setting in-game, and then you just go to the TGC Tours website, make an account, put your platform and username, click register, and then go play the TGC Tours Special Event Society before the event closes. Yeah, that's the thing that really, we spend the most time playing, and is what a lot of the, I would say, is what a lot of the Twitch community and YouTube community participates in or has at least some affiliation with. You know, a lot of the great user-created courses are from TGC Tours, like course designers. But all of that gives so much longevity. So much longevity to the game. Very firms. Definitely going 9 yards. Is it going 15 though? I'm gonna choke it down. Not like an actual choke shot though, but that carried so far. That carried so far. There we go. Feel this game is easier than 23? In some ways, Gary. In some ways. I think that the putting's harder because you can't. Yeah, you can technically miss in more ways. Like there's the rhythm and stuff on it. You know, it's different skills. You know, I think tempo was harder than the swing points, but clearly some people still struggle with the swing points. So I'm personally not scoring as well as I did, you know, in the last game all the time. You know, I feel like in the last game I was maybe a little more consistent, but like I've also had some great low rounds in this. I think Legend is easier in this game than the last game. But I also didn't like Legend in the last game. I didn't feel like Legend was like a good fair challenge, so to speak. Because what they were asking of you was to hit perfects, right? But the swing plane miss was so egregious just for like a pixel miss. They weren't incentivizing you to play for perfects. And this, they are incentivizing you to play for perfects. But if you hit them, yeah, if you're good at hitting them consistently, like there's not much punishment. Ever played Master difficulty though? Only Pro? Well, the only thing, Jaden, that's different between Pro and Master is if you miss, the misses are bigger. So, yeah, the more consistent you can be, you're not really going to see much difference. You're only going to see the difference when you miss. Hello, hello, my friend. You're having trouble with rhythm in your swing, even though your attribute is 90%? Any advice? So, yeah, the attribute is gonna help you a little bit, but it's not gonna bail you out of bad rhythm. My question would be, are you hitting slow rhythms or are you hitting fast rhythms? So are you getting a lot of minus or are you getting a lot of plus? Because I would probably guess that you're getting a lot of plus. If that's the case, the rhythm is, you want a smooth swing. So they say it's a 3-to-1 ratio. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. You just want to take it back all the way. Don't take it back really slow necessarily. Like pull back. Just take the stick back, get to the top, and then just have a smooth swing down. That should help sort your rhythm out at least a decent bit. You know, I don't always hit perfect rhythms, but you just have to be smooth with it. If you're slamming your stick down, or you're taking your stick back slow, you're gonna get that positive number. If you're taking your stick back fast and swinging down slow, then you're gonna get the negative, right? If you like hesitate at the top of your swing and just kind of go forward, you just want to have like a smooth swing. You know, they're really looking at rhythm in this game to like how you would think about, you know, IRL golf, like rhythm or tempo. You don't want to be too fast, you don't want to be too slow, you just want to have a nice cadence. All right, rival tier up, which means we've got a rematch with Tiger Woods. Gotta stick to mouse controllers, way too inconsistent for you. I mean, personal preference, right? It's personal preference. Whatever you can get the job done with, you know, rock and roll with that for sure. But the same concept applies, right? You know, it's still, you know, rhythm is still rhythm regardless of your input device. So just got to keep that smooth timing, you know, in the back of your mind as you're doing it, and you'll be fine. All right, let's see what our quests are. I actually didn't look and see what the daily stuff is. TGC was on what website? It is right here, tgctours.com. Alright, so we need to finish a society round. We need to go up and down 10 times. We'll go up and down 10 times. We don't tend to have a lot of that. Alright, we're done 3 events of my career. I mean, I think... let's do another one. Just that way we make sure that we get our my career stuff done. Not championship. FedEx Cup stuff is coming up. Just kind of get this all squared away. Raffles, what's going on? 3-stream streak, appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. We'll play another round of career, and then after the career mode round, if anybody wants to join in, we're gonna play the daily master ranked tour, and then we'll play it from there. Maybe get a, depending on what time we have, maybe we'll play like a Rub of the Green or something, if there's a roundup for that, because I think I saw somebody went to play that and there wasn't. Okay, I think we're gonna just hit... we're gonna hit like a 3-wood stinger. Beautiful. Finally shot even after a round on Master? Get in there, Gimli. Love to hear that. Why is it so laggy right now? Why is it so dang laggy? Close the face. Close face so we lose distance. It's gonna be a tough putt. That's gonna be a tough putt. Ooh, just grabbed the inside edge. You're still shocked the qualifying scores were as low as they were? CCK, here I come, down from Kinetic in 23. Yeah, Ernst, like, everybody's adapting differently. Yeah, I mean, some people, this game is so easy. You know, and they're, you know, to them, and they're way better than they were in 23, and other people are way worse. You know, if we don't pull out an awesome round, we're gonna be heading to Elite after, you know, we qualified into Elite last game, but then spent 99% of the time in Plat without getting demoted. So yeah, it's playing different for everybody. What if, oh, I can't hit a stinger because it's not off the tee. Okay, well then we're definitely changing things up here. It's playing 212. Definitely playing closer to like 228. So that's 12 yards short. Somewhere like here. Let it down the hill with this wind. Swing around the corner a little bit. Didn't quite turn over as much left, and actually cut the wind a little more too. Definitely not playing as much. Your character's still only 93. Well, the thing is, I think as long as you have like a 90 ranked character, you probably have more than enough stats, so long as you like have putting or something as your last stats that you're missing. I just am so bad at putting compared to my peers. What's going on, Justin? Find yourself enjoying True Sim? Gotta go for that content? Master throwing me off so much when I go back to True Sim? No, not really, because I mean we're playing on Legend right now. We play on Legend or Master all the time. The only thing with True Sim is just taking the assists off, so it's not really a hard transition in that regard, because you just kind of know what you're getting into. You know, you just have a little bit more help at your disposal. What a roller coaster. You finished 3 under in the first round, Smoke? Yeah, but the thing, you got to think about it this way: you keep that up, you'll qualify, right? If you can manage that across the board. You know, obviously, I don't know what your expectations are, and that course is not always the most forgiving. Certainly not always the most forgiving. It definitely has a lot when it comes to interesting fairway bounces, and you know, you're getting a lot of crap lies out of the light rough, which is really going to test people. Yeah, I mean, enjoy the journey. Hopefully you play well enough to get a card. If you don't, though, there's nothing wrong with that. You'll be able to go after a card again next week, if need be. Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't get a card this week, they run a qualifying event every week in the challenge circuit. Just less likely to qualify into a higher tour because not as many spots available. All right, 168 is probably carrying close to pin high. I'm gonna take this back a little bit. It's fading pretty nicely. There's the bounce. See, that's one thing that's been getting me in trouble is when I partial it. I've definitely been leaving myself not great. Oh, that was a good read. I just didn't hit it hard enough. Been leaving myself short a lot on those partials. You didn't play your last round, Samo? Glitch in your second round tilted you so hard? Oh no, what happened? What is this glitch you speak of? What character is 74 overall? Enjoy playing True Sim like that? Even though you play bad, you love how if you're not on your game, it can go left? Feel like the contact points are too big? Yeah, I mean, right now, my True Sim career mode, we're still like a 70 overall. So it's pretty unforgiving if you miss. But even still, I mean, there's definitely a large challenge just with the not knowing aspect of it, right? You know, having to deduce information from the yardage book. You know, being a little bit more blind on approach shots and such. I just think sometimes these things are gonna roll out a little bit more. I think that's really what it boils down to. I just think that we're gonna get a little bit more out of stuff. Oh, I don't have my chapstick on me. I'll have to get that when I take a break. It's a par 5. It's 639 yards, so I don't even know. Could get it if I get down there. So 97% driver draw. Try and run it up just past this bunker. Roll it out. And then this will give us a spot where we can hit 3-wood with the tailwind. Roughly like 19 yards from the pin on the short side of the green. It said you were on the path, so it gave you no short shots. Nothing shorter than a spinner, so you tried to partial a spinner and it still played as rough, so it just went right into a bunker. I mean, I don't know that that's a glitch per se, but regardless, it is just a very unfortunate combo. Oh no, we closed it. Kick right. Gonna go straight through. Oh well. Oh, it said path, but you're on rough. Okay. Yeah, those do happen. Always sucks. Always sucks when those happen, because it's like it's potentially the designer's fault in some like weird edge case way, but yeah, it's the type of thing that shouldn't happen. It's like those random heavy rough patches in the fairway because of objects and stuff that get the designer's place. Okay, gotta stop closing the face. Hey, what's going on, Liam? Welcome back. No flop, chip, super flop, anything. Shortest shot was a spinner. Yeah, that's definitely no bueno. That's definitely no bueno. I mean, unfortunate though that it ruined your whole round, your whole tournament, rather. But I mean, I get it. Mental is hard to keep together when stuff like that happens. Things that are out of your control. What's going on, MRAM? Play the 65 overall society? I don't know if I will. I mean, maybe if... I mean, if there's interest in it. Yeah, I mean, like, if that's something that people are wanting to watch, then that definitely has an influence. Oh, that's so good. It's like 2 a.m. in Ireland, Liam. That is very late to be up. That is very late to be up. So it is quite understandable. Yeah. That you haven't caught a stream in a while. Because it's only 9 o'clock here. I'm going for it. Because why not? It's career mode. I got nothing. Got nothing to hold me back. It's Easter break. There you have it. Johnny, welcome back. Your day job sometimes messes up your nightlife. Hey, no need to apologize. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully work wasn't too bad, just long. Just a little bit past. Just a little bit past. Want to finish, but you just feel like let it DNF and try next week? I don't know, Samo. The spots are limited. Like there are less spots available next week, so like just less spots per upper flight. And they're running a promotion event in like 2 weeks anyway, so you may as well just finish it out, I would think. Friday for you, Gimli, day off? And it's Friday tomorrow. Alright, we're running like 12,197. That's like pin high. All right, we're gonna have to hit the ad break here. Unfortunately, I'm out of snoozes, so we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna go finish this up, and then we're gonna play the Daily Master Society. So I appreciate you all. We'll be back in like 3 minutes. Easy putt. Ads. Be back. What did you think of Rory's Master win? I thought it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster tournament and round, but I'm happy for him. Glad he finally got it done. I closed the face. Womp womp. We're gonna have to pick that one out of here. I have not yet, Chewy. I have not yet. That'll probably be in about an hour or so. We're gonna play some other stuff first. Oh! It went in. I didn't even see it. Didn't even see it. Also, what's going on, Jake? That Gimli guy was hacking the other night on his live stream? Running macros on the Cronus. Oh, I was gonna say, he played with us last night. I can pretty well assure you he's not cheating. Look. I mean, it would be quite the story. Man cheats, shoots over par. Is that really the story you want to be telling? See, that looks a lot closer, but when I look at the numbers, it's actually not. Just hard to sit it. Like, I wanted... And maybe there's an argument to be made for hitting an overpowered 8-iron? Or mayhaps we could have... Mayhaps we could have done something with the 7 and, like, lofted it with spin and then played it a little bit shorter. Not really sure what the best option would have been there. Cheat set up for a fade, not a draw. Got it. Needs your wisdom, as do you. I mean, I assumed it comes in chatting for the first time, giving him crap. I'm like, they've got to know each other. There's no way they don't. Up the hill with the wind. And we're gonna just hit it. I closed the face. Trying to hit the overpower here, so I think we need just a little bit of it. And that may have been fine stock. Overpower takes us towards the back of the green. What's going on, Weimaraner? Weimaraner. I'm probably completely butchering that name. Please let me know the proper... Is it Way? Anywho, I'm only ever making things worse for myself. Come on, hold. So close. So close. My correction's at 70, because that's the default for a sculptor. Roy shot 60 at your home course? Yeah, it's kind of crazy what the pros do to those non-tour courses. Also, Chewy, my day's been good. Sorry for the late response. My day's been good, thank you. How's yours? And yeah, we're pretty set for Easter. We're hosting my in-laws. my wife's cooking most of it. My father-in-law, though, is handling the ham, so it's at least one less thing for us to deal with. It's not great on the rhythm. But it'll work. What exactly is correction? So correction is the stat that changes your default offset, right? So your swing path and contact, those stats are the forgiveness. Correction is where those guys start. So higher correction is going to make them both closer to vertical, and also when you have side hill lies that rotate it, it's going to rotate them less. You know, everything kind of defaults to a slightly more upright stance. So like the difference between like the 67 and 70 of technician and sculptor and stuff is not big. You start to see it more on like when you play a magician, something like that. Oh, that still misses the thing. Hey, good evening, RJ. Welcome back. Flounders, how you doing? Who invited these guys to my chat? Probably Gimli. if I had to make a guess. Everyone plays the back. Wow. So we're turning things that way, huh? Turning things that way. Bring all your friends, and then can't take the heat of them being here. $119, $129. All right, I'm gonna try and take some of the spin out of this guy. Oh, that really went to the right. What's up with that? What the heck? What is up with that? Ooh, that's so close. That's so close. Rounder you are, the more arc you have. PGA 2K Creator Classic. I mean, I know some of the different creators do some like collab content and stuff from time to time. But yeah, definitely something that could be pretty fun. Obviously, logistics are always the big thing. Come on, fade it in there. The fade held out straight. Downwind, okay. That's good to know. Downwind doesn't turn as much. Downwind doesn't turn as much. That's money. That's a made putt. Get in there, Jake. What? Jake, coming in here dropping the 5-pack. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Look at that, Kind getting a gift sub. Love to see it. I've been playing the 2K golf games since 2K21, so I think I picked up September of 2020, maybe late August. So I played about, that was COVID and pre-kid, so I played about 1,400 hours of 2K21. Then I played about 900 hours of 23, and now we've got 100-something hours in this game so far. 140. All right, I'm gonna just... I'm gonna play this kind of thinking that the wind is only gonna hold it up a touch. Honestly, not terrible. About a half a club short. But really, really tough from that lie in particular. Gotta turn, man. Of course not. Of course not. Hey, appreciate that, Jake. Thank you so much, dude. Still have to cut some firewood? Oh, I guess you're all probably New Zealanders, huh? So it do be getting into winter time for the Kiwis. What's going on, noob dude? TGC qualifying ends Saturday night at... It's technically midnight UTC, 8 p.m. Eastern. So whenever the in-game society event closes, that's when it's done. How's it going, Zeb? Should you buy this PGA? You've been playing a lot of EA PGA Tour Masters. I think this is better, personally. What you can do is there's the PGA Tour 2K25 demo that you can download, play for free, test it out, see if you like it. Progress carries over. I think they have it on Sawgrass. You can try out a couple of different archetypes, level them up a little bit. So yeah, boot it up, give it a try, see if you like it. I personally think it's better than EA. Also helps that this game has not been abandoned, and EA is pretty much dead and gone with their game. Get in there, whoa. How's it going, dude? Thank you very much for the raid. Shotspot, thank you for the follow. Synapse, welcome back. Set number of people that are qualified for each division? No, yeah, there are. So there's over like 3,500 people that are qualifying right now. They're handing out like just under 2,000. So it's 80, I think it's 80 tour cards for Plat, 140 for Elite, 140 for Kinetic, and 125 for the CC flights. Return the favor? Oh, I appreciate that, man. No, it's not necessary, but always appreciated. Close the face. We'll blame Woe, but it's one that I'll take every time. I'll always trade a raid for an input, 100%. Excuse me? That rolled out so much. Noob Dude, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, Woe's here to give me putting tips. Woe's here to give me putting tips, right? That's the... What's going on, Zay? Gauging wind left to right, right to left. How many squares do you count for? So like on a regular iron, I mean, it depends on your grid size. I'm going like 1 yard. Yeah, one square per. And now we got Gimli with the gift subs? Come on now. Come on now. Monetized stream? Are you kidding me? Thank you very much for gifting the subs. Anybody who got a sub from Gimli, hope you enjoy your faces. Think you need to qualify for CCL? It's looking like it's going to be a few under par potentially. There have been that many people turn out. I don't know what the final round is going to hold. I don't know what yeah, how many more people are gonna get out on the course there, but yeah, it's starting to move pretty well into the subpar territory, which is kind of crazy. All right, we're gonna play the daily master here once we get out of this career mode stuff. So if anybody wants to hop into the daily master with us, you're more than welcome. I'll put the codes in the chat once we get there. Ooh, we made the FedEx Cup playoffs. No way, I can't believe it. We only won like 95% of the events on tour this season. Gotta get those cheats working properly? Yeah, you should probably work on them. Take it easy, Gimli. Thank you again for the 5-pack, dude. Do you give the worst tips? Well, it was just funny, like, the tips that you started to give, I'm like, I already do those things. I was like, I already freaking do those things, are you kidding me? I just add power. I forget what the other thing was, I'm like, well, oh yeah, it was, and swing and path don't really matter. I was like, uh-huh. Guess I'm screwed. Okay, I know. The thing is, like, I have 4 years of golf experience, right? I have like 30 IRL rounds under my belt, and I have, I'll say, only, I don't even think I've cracked 2,500 hours across the 2K series. So I'm well behind on IRL hours and in-game hours. 0 merits again. Finished 21st. 0 merits. Love ranked tours, by the way. I'm never getting to Condor. Alright. Yoho River Golf Course. Little Maddie from Candadia creation. Gotta get out there more. Yeah, we'll tell that to my wife and toddler. I'm sure that'll go over well. All right, here is the room code. Also, have a good night, Liam. Thank you for hanging out. I know it is quite late for you over there. That is an OG, by the way, not 0G. We're original gangster, not zero gravity. Bring them out there with me. If only it were that simple. If only it were that simple. But yeah, so I've been getting out. Hey, look at Lucas being on time. Well, I guess we technically are playing this a little bit later, but get in there, Lucas. Yeah, I probably get like 10 rounds max a year if I that's if I'm lucky and get out a couple times a month. And that was in Virginia. It's colder up here, so yeah, I'm probably gonna get out and play like 6-7 times this year if I'm lucky. We'll see. I try and get out to the range. I'm gonna go and chip and putt tomorrow, get my first chip and putt session in of the season. I've hit the range a couple of times, but I figure if I'm gonna go play at some point, I should probably hit some short game shots before just rolling up to the course and hating everything. But all that to say, my IRL and my in-game experience is much less time-wise, and also I play slower, so like the number of rounds and number of putts and stuff that I've hit also way lower. So putting has always been a weak spot of mine, and in real life golf, like I found more success personally, thus far using aim point, which translating aim point into this game, I can't exactly my way around the greens here, so if I do that, I'm always putting it at least a foot and a half outside the hole. Alright, I'm gonna leave this open for another minute. Again, if anybody wants to hop in for the daily Master Rank Tour, codes are in the chat. Hop in or let me know that you're gonna hop in. Otherwise, we're gonna get going here. Firm, medium, fast. I don't know what the wind is playing. Have an hour to get it. Yeah, like, and the nice thing is there's a range like 5 minutes from my house. So, before it took, like, if I was gonna go to the range, it was at least 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Now that it's 5 minutes. Yeah, anybody can play Heat Dozer. Anybody can play. So now it's 5 minutes, and it's like somebody's field. Like, they mow a field and have stuff out there, but, it's like this little local thing, but for, the balls aren't the greatest necessarily, but it's like, you get a 40 ball bucket for, if you put for a token. So it's like $5 a token, or if you do a $20 bill, you get 5 tokens. So it's like $4 for 40 balls. It's more comparable, or at least maybe a little bit cheaper than going to a regular place, and it's way closer. So I save that money. So plus they've got a little section of grass I can hit off of. They've got some mats, but they've got a little section of grass. So I'm like, grass tees. $4 for a little bucket, and it's only a 5-minute drive, so I'm saving. Yeah, it's the Daily Master Heat Dozer. So I'm like, even if the buckets are, not that much cheaper, like the time and money I'm saving on gases is there. Play on Pro, you're coming though. The only difference between Pro and Master, as far as the inputs are concerned, the miss is a little bit more on Master. I mean, the bigger thing, I guess, is like that the trajectory line and stuff isn't there, and like I think the distance info still is. All right, let's roll. Once they're in. Yeah, less ranges definitely have grass, and even the ones like in populated areas and stuff. Like, I lived in Northern Virginia for a few years, and the one course there, it was county owned. I think it was a county course, but they had grass, but it was only like Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something that like the grass was like, it was like a very limited range because they wanted to give it all that time to recuperate, because so many people would show up and stuff. So yeah, it was very limited, and it was probably 20-25 minutes for me to get there, and then probably longer coming back because I would get out before rush hour and come back during. So certainly happy to be a lot closer. Certainly happy to be a lot closer to a range. Ah, Crypto, thank you for the follow. So hoping I can get out more, and I think because it's closer and I can increase my frequency a bit, I honestly think that will bode me well in general, because I'll probably be less likely to like have bad range sessions, so to speak. You know, I'll be able to just go in and work on 40 balls as opposed to feeling like I want to hit like 80 or 100 because it's such a slog to get out there. You know, go over, hit some stuff. The only thing that like sucks about it is they don't have a putting surface. Or they do have a putting surface, but it's kind of like a crappy turf, like patched together turf thing. It's not real grass, and it's, so I don't know if I'll mess with that at all. I might have to give it a try. I shouldn't have laid back that far. I think for some reason when I was laying back, I thought I was laying myself up to a fuller wedge. I should have just gone with the... I should have just gone with the freaking... wood. Should have just gone with the 3-wood. That was dumb. That was dumb. Come on, stay up. Oh, you suck. You suck. Yeah, 3-wood was definitely the play there. Alright. Well, this is what the power drive is for. This is what the power drive is for. Covering bunkers. Covering bunkers into large fairways. That's too short, but I'm more than okay. Up the hill, tailwind. We just gotta factor... that turning over. I'm kind of banking on the uphill and wind holding it up a bit more. There we go. A little eagle action. So yeah, I want to go and chip and putt tomorrow, which means that I gotta kind of drive into town to go to the main course and get some chip and putt action in, but I'm hoping at some point, I gotta, if the weather's nicer and I have time, like I really have to just, even if it's just to get out and play 9, even if it's just to get out and play 9, like I gotta take advantage of that. 168, 164. See, I feel like I was about to play this and really it's gonna go like 157. If that's the case, I need to really knuckleball it a little bit to make sure that I get there. See, I knuckleballed it and I still landed at 157, so that doesn't necessarily make me feel all that good. He likes it. You hit driver and you were 333 out? You know you run technician, but that, well, so I have 99 power on my driver, and then I hit the power drive. So that's what creates that big of a gap there, is its maximum power and then like a 101 power drive. But that's, I don't know, for me that's part of why I like the Sculptor, is just having that extra distance, because I feel like I can hit my points more often than not. Have the shaping to get me to where I want to be. Didn't see power drive. How much is that? 20, 25 yards. So driver goes 296. Power drive goes 315 or 316. So it's a 20 yard add, and then I backspun it for like another 3 yards, and then hit it 101, I think. So it starts to get down there. Obviously the points are super tight, so like I missed the swing path, and so like all of those things shorten your distance, so you gotta be pretty precise. Oh, is it raid night? Is it raid night? D. Bradwell, thank you very much for the raid. How was the stream? Welcome on in, everybody. We're playing the daily ranked tours right now. Daily Master. Gonna be playing some TGC Tours quali in a bit. Hope everybody's doing well. See, like, this again is kind of the... It's open fairway. See, there I missed. And that's the risk of it right there. I missed both of the contact points, where normally we don't. Normally we're not missing those, and so, you know, it knocks off enough power. So some of it is also just like a confidence play. You know, if you're feeling it, you can really get after it. I'd play it up here, but then it's uphill. But the wind is still the same way. I think I can shave that down a bit. Well, yes, I can. What's going on, D-Brad? Didn't shoot very well in your last quali round, but it is what it is. Hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. The first few rounds, you know, I've played solid, but I'm still a bit disappointed for like what I know I can. But it's 1 week. It's just where you start. You know, if you're off 1 week or didn't play to your standards, like, there's nothing to say that in a couple weeks you're not gonna get some promotions going. So it's just the start of a very, very long grind. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. 12 yards with the 7-iron. It's gonna sit softer. I'm gonna put it to like here, I think. Like a 95% 6-iron. I think if we just check it down. Great distance control. I really didn't think that small of a wind was gonna turn over quite that much. New to streaming rounds, so your nerves hurt your sweat. Ah, yeah, that happens. That absolutely happens. I've been streaming for almost 9 years at this point, and yeah, sometimes the nerves still happen. Not so much from the streaming, I guess just from the competitiveness of it, but yeah, when you're not used to it, it's a whole other level. Whole other layer that you gotta consider, but you'll get used to it. It becomes a second nature thing. Like you were just playing the game like normal with people. You'll start to not think about it so much. Wind's off and the downhill. I gotta play it over here because it's gonna also want to bounce left to right. It's also gonna want to bounce left to right. It's playing one. I'm gonna put a little loft and spin into it, but don't need a ton. Wow. Still didn't play that left enough. Distance control is spot on, but alright, solid front. The only blemish is that second hole where I decided laying up with a hybrid was a good idea. Not really sure what I was thinking there. Clearly wasn't. Not as bad as you thought? Exactly. Like, I mean, if you're missing, right? That's the thing. If you're missing, like, egregiously, like, it's gonna be that much more punishing. But in general, not that bad. Hey, thank you, Jet. Easier to miss hit? I mean, I guess easier to maybe miss hit like your transition or something. But like the inputs themselves are the same. It's up the hill, so I can't imagine it's gonna play that much to the right. It's kind of funky spin. Still left it short. Still left it short. Get in there. Get in there. Jet, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Well, the thing is, Luke, is the random feeling spins, like, they happen in the other games, too. It's just kind of this ever prevalent thing. Oh, that's good. I didn't need to. Okay, yeah. Choke 6-iron, I guess, was always going to roll out more. I didn't need to do that. The funny part here is we're gonna make all these putts. Mo's gonna be like, I don't know what this dude's talking about. He's making putts just fine, and then we're gonna hit plat, and I'm gonna miss a bunch of 6-footers. Just kidding. They'll be like 7 to 8 feet, but the point still stands. But yeah, those weird spins. Like, I think it's something to do with. I think the spins are more prevalent in this game because in the last game we were always hitting straight shots, right? But I think with the diagonal input, now you've got draws and fades. So the ball's coming in slightly angled, the wind is changing it, where it lands changes it, and so like when it bounces, I think it has spin on it, the ball bounces and then ends up a different direction, and then it spins that way. 13 under round 3 practice, then shoot 1 under? Oh no. Oh no, Lucas. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. That's why I don't practice. That's the key, is just... The key is to just never practice. Rely solely on your skill and intuition. Definitely head to CC. You should have, yeah, have fun for a few weeks. You don't have to worry about the Pro Tour sweat out the gate. Although you'll have the fun of all of a sudden, like, you're, all of a sudden you're having to, you know, take vibration back off, and you don't have the wind anymore. You have all those sorts of assists no longer at your disposal. I think next week what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disable the auto ad rolls, and I'm gonna go into self-management mode. Never played with Vibra? Okay, well. The temptation will no longer be there then, I guess. Temptation will no longer be there to turn on any of the assists. You know what? Push closed is an A-OK combo. Let's miss both marks. But I was just trying to get it down here far enough so that we get a little bit less club. Start out there. Start to peel it back. Not quite back as much. It's okay. This is putter territory for me. This is putter territory for me. I've been a very heavy fringe putter just because I can keep it straighter. The chips have too much. The chips have too much going on. Estimated score of my final round, Justin? More than likely we'll probably finish back at like a 12 under or so, but I'm hoping we can go lower than that. If we can go like 15, 16, we give ourselves a chance to solidify plat. So we shall see. That ball's turning back over. It's a little bit short. Ooh, I almost missed that high. I appreciate that, Justin. Chips are way too loose. Yeah, like if you're the slightest bit off on a putt, doesn't matter. If you're the slightest bit off on a chip, the push and the pull is really big. Then you brought up your 1 under, haven't birdied since? Oh no. It's almost a jinx. Bringing up the negative past. Tips for putting with no shot feedback on? Honestly, Synapse, don't overthink it. It's not as bad as you might think. I'll try and demonstrate it here, maybe. So your putt power at 60%, like if you're like 50% or under, it's like right here at the back of your foot. Like if I pull this back to 50%, the vibration is like here at your back foot. Even if you bring it back here, the vibration is like almost at your back foot. So it's kind of always just try and maintain that same rhythm, and if you have a slightly longer putt, you really only have to hold it slightly longer. But you just kind of start to remember that feel. And as long as you stay committed to a shot, you're going to be fine on the rhythm. You know, you just want to be steady back and forth. I'll take this off a little bit, I think. What's going on, Simon? How we doing today? The wind is changing. Oh, I pushed it. It's a pretty big push, too. See that? Like, how is that a 10-degree push? I'm not even anywhere close to that. Ay. I gotta like re-grip for putt or for chips. It feels like I'm like always so off. My day was good. How about yours? I'm a bit beat. Had my first lawn mow session of the year. So I was out push mowing my yard today after I finished work, and I was gassed. I was gassed, to say the least. 209. This is playing like close to 220. I'm just gonna land this 4-iron at like front edge and just see what it does. Good line. Not quite front edge, but pretty good. Mowed your lawn for the first time today too? It was in the mid to upper 50s. It had rained. You know, it had rained a bunch recently. What a round. It had rained a bunch recently. Some sections of my grass are like pretty dead, but other sections like definitely needed the mow. It was good to get out. It just took a while, and like all the pushing and stuff was very tiresome. GG's boys, thanks for playing. All right, so we are going to take a couple-minute break here. When we get back, we are going to play round 4 of our TGC Tours qualifier. So that's the game plan. We'll take a couple practice swings on the range just to make sure that we kind of re-grip the controller properly and don't go into the actual round and, you know, crap the bed. Hey, we tied. Whoa, we must be doing something right. Good job, us. You rolled greens today, Mr. Incredible? Going on polling points. Join you in Elite. If we don't pop off in this round, we absolutely will be joining you in Elite. If we play a really good round 4, I think we just sneak into bottom of Plat. I think that's just about where we're trending. So yeah, we're gonna take just a quick 3-minute break here. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate all the raids, everybody sticking around, the gift subs, everything. Streams and absolutely popping off tonight. I thank you so much. If you are new here and you're enjoying, drop a follow, drop a sub if you want to make your way back here in the future. And drop a like on the YouTube streams if you're watching over there. That helps me immensely. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We've got the big part of the stream coming up next. So we're gonna see if we can play as well as we just did and make it into Plat. But I'm gonna keep expectations in check. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Get out of here, ads. Get out of here. Alright, let's see if we still got the swing after we sit down. If we do, we are good to go. Oh. Look at that. I don't like that we've got like a little swoop back into the points though. That's kind of the... Alright, we'll play with it. We'll play with it. Hopefully we can keep things nice and steady. Mad Golfer, what's going on? Maximo, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Thank you for the luck. Have fun? I'm gonna try. We're gonna try and have fun. I think we can maybe not stress as much tonight because I think we've pretty much locked elite. We just have to play out of our minds to get to plat. So Ears, Fly Guy, thank you for the luck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, this is what it all comes down to, right? We've played 3 rounds thus far. Round 4 of the qualifying event for TGC Tours. Now we're sitting at, I think, 34 under through 3 rounds. First couple of rounds, I mean, we've missed putts. That's kind of been the story. That's been our whole career. 4 years now, we miss putts. That's kind of our thing. Hit it close, miss it. But despite all of that, we have a chance to still make it into the Platinum Tour, so we'll see if we can put some stuff together today. We're going to the back tees. Apparently, we're playing pin set 1 again. I don't know if that was a mishit when they scheduled it, but we're on pin set 1 instead of 4. So we're going to see some familiar settings, if my brain can recall 3 days ago, I guess is the big question. Medium winds out of the northwest. Firm fairways and greens, and the green speed is moving up to fast. Let's get after it. Ears redeeming over 9,000 channel points. Just like that. They're all gone. Thank you for taking the time to rack those up. Appreciate it. Jetski, how we doing? Watching the meter? There is no meter. There's no meter in what we play, Jet. So I only look at the character. I'm pretty much watching for the top of my swing. So if I'm at 100%, I'm looking for the top of the swing here. If I'm back partialing like 88%, I'm looking for it like here. Like I just kind of, yeah, if it's all the way back at 75%, it's like there. So I'm just looking for kind of hand positions. All right, straight away. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Love the feeling of quad perfects on the first tee. Love the feeling. Now this is playing, I mean, we're back at tee box, so understandably, things are playing pretty long. But also understandably, we're gonna be kind of bounding it down there. Now, it's going to be drawing. The wind's going to play less, but it is going to bounce. I don't know. I think with this front tuck pin, I think you let the draw play. It's actually not as much above the feet as it looks. But I think we still play it like this. Let this thing turn over, land short. Firm fairways. I'm hoping for it to bound its way down, just get to the front edge of the green and slow it all the way down. Ah, look at that speed up. Look at that speed up. So we're basically playing round 1 conditions, but now the greens are faster. That is not a bad effort though. All right, but we get on the green, so that's an eagle putt opportunity for us. Now these compared to some normal ones, I feel like I gotta get down and look at it just to kind of give it a check of like, Yeah, hey, is this actually breaking the way that we think? Get a start outside. I think I like the line. Okay, that's how we open it up. That's how we open it up. Get it on the green. One putt the eagle. I know these earlier holes have seemed to have played fairly easy for people, so we gotta try and take advantage ourselves. All right. A little bit of a mishit on our side. Okay, this is gonna be tough. I will say I can definitely feel the nerves of it. I gotta hit a little bit aloft to make sure that I'm clearing this. Ball's below the feet. And we're fading. I feel like I still gotta play this left. Ooh, that just barely cleared. Yeah, look at this thing turn over to the right. But center green landed it back. This might actually still be makeable. We've got an uphill putt. Okay, yeah, that's at least leaving ourselves in good position. Need extra pace up the hill. Need extra pace up the hill. It's braking inside the whole time. Getting it out here. Did that just do the fake break thing to me? I think it did. I think that just did the fake break thing to me, where there are a couple of holes on this course that, like, kick the ball out right at the hole. I think that's one of them. Alright, firm and fast. I'm playing 5-iron. Play it to the right. This is gonna kick right to left. Yeah, I am just barely off on those angles. Alright, it's braking left to right. Means it's fallen inside the whole time. There we go. Big putt. Big putt, classy. Yeah, we're 3 under through 3 to start the 4th round. So definitely a solid start. We got the hole rejection on the second hole. Yeah, where those ghost breaks on this course where it's like breaking towards the hole and then kicks you away right at it. But we start out with the eagle. We're doing good things thus far, so just trying to keep it going. Downhill quite a bit, but back into the wind. Honestly, this is the type of shot that's like, I feel like I don't want to take the wood because of how much it's going to bounce and roll out. Like, this is going to go and be turning over to the left. Like, I'm playing this in a way where I feel like I have a chance at it getting to that ridge and kicking towards the hole. But there's also the chance that, you know, we just end up center green a little bit past pin high. Yeah, didn't take the ridge. So we're going to give ourselves a long eagle putt. And a long eagle putt is fine in my books. All right, so you're hitting this 64%. So, like, you got to give it some power. You're rolling it. It's turning over a little bit to the left, but kind of gets held up straight. I think it's got to go just a bit outside. Just a bit outside to the left. Come on. That's how you gotta open things up. That is how you gotta open things up. Did in 2 and 3, so hoping that's enough. Yeah, I went 12, 13, 9. But I've missed 7 putts inside of 10 feet in those first 3 rounds. So, you know, it's a 34 that could be easily a 41 or more. Just kind of the way it goes. Just trying to keep the good approach to things going. Obviously hitting inputs helps, putting it to the right spots helps. But trying to keep a good frame of mind with putting, and you know, hope we can stay hot with that a bit. Okay. This is gonna carry what, like 189? 9 yards of bounce and rollout. It's down the hill. It's firm and fast and slightly uphill, but I think I'm okay if I'm a little bit right of target. I think if I'm a little bit right of target, I'm okay, because it's going to bounce that way. Okay, we hit our points. We started at left. We're fading over. Yeah, I'm trying to be positional here. Like, a lot of times I'll try and hole it, but I'm going to try and give myself an uphill putt that I can make. There we go. There we go. What up, Stando? Scotty, welcome back. Looks like the real deal. It is. It is, and we're 6 under through 5 to start round 4. So hoping to keep that sort of play up. See, if we get risky off the tee, maybe I play a fade. Because the fade would be less risky. Little push. That's going to be okay. I think fade's less risky. Gets us down to a position here where we don't have to take like a 5 iron in. Now I can take a 7. Just because like the hole is just that close to the front of the green, I feel like it's always so dangerous. Again, this isn't going to get the 10 yards. So if I take the 8, if I take the 8 just about to where that was, then maybe... Oh, I underswung it. So now we're going to get fairway bounce. This is going to be long. Yeah, underswung. That's the hard part. That's the hard part with these fairway bounces versus the green. What's going on, guy? Okay, we're hitting this through. It's going a little left. It's starting to curl back right, and as it comes down, we gotta... I'm trying to make sure that I get the imagery right in my head. Come on. Gotta break back for me. Now start turning. Oh no. I even moved it a click. I think it's just like just a foot too much of power on that. Oh, not a bad read. Not a bad read at all. I can't be disappointed with that. I know that people like, I just don't see the benefit of driving this. it's such a small gap, and I don't know. I just, maybe it's because I don't have the super flop and stuff in my arsenal as much as other people do, because I'm a draw hitter, and so right-handed draw means that I've got a reverse bias flop, so it's just not a, it's not a surefire club for me. Like, I'm just always going with the layup to wedge. Always going layup to wedge. Ah, that bounce. That bounce is so firm. Okay. Either way, that's an up and a one putt for Bird. What's going on, Eric? Putting seems to be the strength of only a few. Yeah. Yeah, putting is a very important skill, but definitely feels to be the toughest one to obtain. Certainly has been for me. You know, I compete basically by trying to get the ball as close as possible, because that's the best way for me to make putts, is to not have long putts to make. What's going on, Dan? Good luck, but don't beat 48. Well, we gotta shoot pretty lights out to go 48. We're gonna try though. Gonna try though. We're off to the races. We're off to the races for sure. But it's gonna take a lot to take it all the way home. I don't think that that's worth it. I know that this is gonna be another long shot in, but it's enough on the green that I think we can do. Yeah, we can deal with all the rollouts and such. Analysis on the approach to get to the green. I mean, that's how I play my game, because I have to be ultra precise on my approach, to compensate for my short game. So, and that's really where I put a lot of my focus and attention. It's playing 203 downwind, downhill, so it's playing like 193, then add some wind to it. Probably playing like upper 180s, so 7-iron's gonna be bounce and then rolling past the hole. So if I take out what I think it can roll, and then try and factor in like this is going to the right, and then the wind is taking it. Yeah, I like this. Perfect 96%er. It's fading left. Should get the bounce. It's down to the right. I think my only problem is when I partialed it, I didn't factor how much it's going to play less in the wind, so that's kind of my downfall there. Oh, come on, we're making reads. We're making reads tonight. Crazy stat. At the time, 40 out of the top 100 players on the leaderboard had either no world record or world golf ranking or below 1,000. 40% of plat ends up being new players. It's probably a little bit lower than that, because you have to remember people that haven't played. Rocket balls. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, like Brad Will is saying, could be formerly inactive players. So anybody that hasn't played in a stretch of time their world ranking goes away, and that slot is given back to active players. So just a little detail there. You'd have to really dig into those 40 people and see if they have no history. Yeah, or judge their previous world ranking. Top EA guys, I believe that too, yeah. Still had a WGR? That's weird. I don't know if by them playing again, it like brought back their WGR, but all of his points should have fallen off. I mean, that's a name that I recall, but that just doesn't seem... This doesn't seem right. Okay, so it's uphill. Let's see. 134. Uphill lie, wind. I think it's going to sit pretty. I think it's going to sit pretty nice. The question is, how much is like 10 going to play up the hill? I'm going to go here because it's a pitching wedge, which kind of plays more wedge-like. At least from what I've noticed. It is more wedge-like, but I could have played it still a few yards out. Alright. Downhill an inch. It's always breaking away. I mean, we're making putts. Not gonna lie, I did watch some IRL putting videos today. Tried to watch some Brad Faxon stuff, you know, try and get the mind right on putting. Even watched an old DeChambeau video. And we're dropping some putts. We're dropping some putts. Guess it worked. How do you get the ground putting view? So when you go to Scout Cam, Eric, if you just pull your stick down, like you can move your camera all around with the Scout Cam. I just do that on the putting green and just bring it down, and then you can use the triggers to zoom in and out. Or you can push the A marker out too. This sucks, by the way. 240 yard front pin. Alright, well things were going well up till this point. You'd play this good if you had a Cronus 7 times club champ? You don't need a Cronus. You just gotta find consistency. If you can remove variables, have the same posture, same grip, and just get the same feel, and literally just like don't move your hand for a round, which is kind of what I do. I like don't let go of the controller with my left hand if I can help it. Certainly helps to keep your feel consistent throughout the round. 229, and then it's playing like 12, 14, and then 243. Okay, I think this hybrid, we're pretty much just gonna sit it into the green. And hope that it sits. Like, throw it up short. I actually, with that being so downhill and into the wind, I honestly probably could have played that with no shape and it would have worked. Kind of crazy to think. It's uphill, just bleeding left. Keep bleeding, keep bleeding left. That almost held up. Lots of guys set their controller on the table when they swing, less movement, Smithers. I guess that is one option. I just always like leave my arm and hand, like everything kind of in the same place. To try and, that's how I personally create my consistency. But yeah, there's definitely more than one way to do it. Keep the postures consistent. That's kind of the main, yeah, that's like my starting point. Eliminate as many variables from your swing as you can. You know, I think of it like if you're sitting on the couch, right, and you shift position, you know, you're holding the controller different, you're sitting pretty casual, pretty lax. You know, when you go to swing, it's going to be different every time you sit down to play the game. So for me, like, I've just found the posture, like, treat it like real golf, set up like a real golf shot, have a pre-shot routine. You know, I have my elbow tucked in my chair. I have my arm, you know, my hand sits on the inside of my left leg. I hold the controller to diagonal. And then it's just fine-tuning my feel from, like, its natural back and forth to, like, is it slightly left of there or slightly right of there? And then, you know, just rinse and repeat. All the top players, controller players, any top 10 PC players? I don't think any top 10 PC players in this game so far. But there have definitely been top 10 PC players in the past, or at least, let me rephrase that. There have been top 10 keyboard and mouse players in the past. I think a lot of people, even on PC, are playing with controller. Get casts, yeah. Just put casts on so you're just as stiff as a board, always in the same spot. A little bit longer than 170. Up the hill, it's gonna skip. I think this 8-iron stock is gonna be pretty good. I gotta get the read right because it's gonna want to fire right. Let's start it this way. This is probably like 12 yards. If I was playing without anything, I'm playing it out here and then probably like that up the hill. I closed the face, but honestly, closed face might not be the worst thing. A little bit short. What's going on, Jopo? I am a sculptor. I like the shaping. I like the little bit of extra distance that it gets. And I'm consistent enough without the last few points of forgiveness. Alright, a little bit of break right at the end of this thing. That's what I'm feeling at least. Oh, the feels are so good. Feels are so good. Golden Tee Machine? I've seen those. I've never played. I did see like a video one time of some like Golden Tee championship. The people that play that, it's pretty crazy the way that they line it up. Like what? And the ball just like plops by the hole. Next person hits the shot, and then the second person just like rams the putts in, and they move to the next hole. It's like, this is wild. Yeah, what's going on, Danny boy? Welcome back. Top player Golden Tee plays at Druid's Keep in Philly. Where is Druid's Keep? I was asked a question the other day about a suggestion for stuff in Philly. I grew up in Philly burbs, but I did not spend much time in Philly outside of like going down to like the TLA for a concert or going down, you know, to the sports arenas. I was gonna miss left. Dang. One of the best dive bars? Okay. Well, it also doesn't help that I don't have friends that I don't drink. Kinda 0 for 2 on going to bars. Alright, pretty breaky here. I'm not here. Ooh, okay. I did push it, but I think we were just a little bit off on that one. All right. Been a minute since we missed a putt. Kind of just went on an absolute tear there. What a stretch of holes. All right, let's see here. A little bit down A little bit downhill. It probably does play close to the 12 though, so if that's the case, this is like just past it. I don't want to throw it up too much, because if it gets away from me, then we're going to be shorting off the green. So oh, he's walking it. I mean, that's what we thought. That right there is precisely what we thought, and I feel like that's all we could really do. It's all we could really do, because I just don't... want to put myself in a bad position here. Like, short-sighted, I'd rather be on the green with a putt. Okay, so you're hitting it through these early breaks. It's falling and breaking. I'm gonna put it one click back in. I shouldn't have done it. That's a couple of putts though where the swing path was way off, so we may have missed some makeable putts on those last two. From that, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I'm gonna put this with a little bit of loft and spin to try and help sit it, because I don't think, no, there's absolutely no way you can get down to that. So little pushy, that's okay. It's gonna kick left. This might still get down into some not so great spots. It's going through the light rough, isn't it? Ah, yeah, you suck. What's the assumed wind speed here? So this jet ski is playing, I would say, about 12. Play at about 12. Think you may try swing stick? Your friend told you it's much more accurate than 3-click. I just feel like 3-click's a hard one, because 3-click you've gotta... It's a timing thing every time, whereas I feel like it's easier for me to put my stick to a certain position more consistently. I mean, that's just how I feel. I think we need, yeah, we needed to bounce down there and release, which right now we're looking at somewhere closer to here. Getting 30 yards out of it, even out of the heavy rough, feels a little bit far-fetched. Pretty big jump, though. Alright, I'm gonna go hybrid. I'm gonna go just a little bit long here. Ball's definitely gonna want to go left. Wind, I'm gonna go here. Striped it. Wow, wind took it over. That's not too bad. I do think if we had partialed it and got like the lower lie there, we might be a little bit closer. But we'll be able to at least here give ourselves, you know, chance at eagle. If not, you know, should hopefully, unless something goes horrifically wrong, snag the bird. Feel like this has to be breaking quite a bit. I'm gonna put it out here. Okay, need to also string straighter. Swing straighter? Did I say string straighter? I can't see. Just missed it. Not a bad putt. Tour courses have multiple tee options? Most times, Eric. Most times. Depends on the course and how they design it. It also then depends on what the schedulers decide to do. So like this course has three tee boxes. They only use 2 for the tournament. They use back, middle, middle, back. And sometimes designers, you'll think it's back tees or middle tees. Sometimes designers will do mixed tees because they they work with the scheduler and have like particular conditions that they want for each round. Obviously, if somebody plays it on their lonesome, they can play whatever, but for the purposes of competition, they'll do it that way. All right, 3 wood, little fade into the speed slot. Oh yeah, look at that, quad perfects. Get it bouncing down to the speed slot. Slow it down a little. I think it's gonna feed past off the green. That's enough speed to go into the light rough. That's okay. That's okay. Now we just gotta figure out how it's gonna play into this, because I'm not particularly great at the chip shots. Gonna go just a little bit past. Got a little bit pushy, but it's not the worst thing. Yeah, we're gonna get ourselves down there. It's not an eagle, but it is enough to roll it in and get to the number that B-Dan didn't want us sniffing. There's only 1 tee option would even qualify? Yes, there are sometimes courses that they only have it designed with 1 tee. It's more so about the quality of the, the way that the course plays from the tee box rather than the quantity of tee boxes. So obviously there's less variety and it's down more to the pin placements and stuff. But there are tour-worthy courses that only have 1 tee. I think I need it to be a little bit past. I think this is too long. So like here. It's a little uphill too. Down the hill, it's also gonna sit more. I'm gonna play this out just a touch. I'm gonna play this out just a touch. %. Absolutely striped it. I mean, come on, be good. Be good, I mean, why not? All right, come on, one more. Come on, one more. $49 under. It's gonna play around 200. Now I gotta get down there as far as I can. Gotta get down there as far as I can. Let it drift. I'm playing that a little bit too much to the left though. Oh, that's just squeezing through. Just squeezing through. Hey, thank you, Weavy. Yeah, we shot a nice 18 under there, and right now we're sitting at 15 under through 17 on this final round of qualifying. So we're giving ourselves a chance at plat with 1 round. But that being said, we still gotta make it happen. Just gonna squeeze this one onto the green. Was it 99%? Well, that's basically a full swing. All right, distance control was great. It did not make its way back to the right as much as I thought it was going to. Down the hill, it's just breaking that little bit the whole way. I'm gonna put it out here. Come on now. Come on. What a turnaround. What a way to finish. I mean, we shot with the best of them. Yeah. Hopefully that should be enough to go to plat, right? What a round. What a round. Yeah, you want to talk about making a move at the end. 12, 13, 9, 16 under. We're heading to plat, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading to plat. Oh. Yeah, I mean, look at that round. 9 under out, 7 under coming back in. We took advantage of the par 5s on the front. I love the thrill of competition. I love the thrill of competition. I don't know if the shakes are visible. I don't know if the shakes are visible to you guys, but the thrill of competition, the little adrenaline rushes. Freaking love it, man. Freaking love it. Oh, I'm sweating too. I mean, this room puts off a bunch of heat with my computer, all the Streamlights PS5. I've got the fan going, but yeah, we're getting literal sweaty out here. Hot dang. Hot dang. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, man. When you first got into plat, I mean, I did too, Stando. I mean, this is more like I didn't play well to start. Oh, Billy beat Woe on countback? No shot. Billy beat Woe on countback. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Woe. But yeah, I don't know. I only get nervous. I was kind of nervous just at like the start of the round and through like random pieces there. I pretty much zenned out and got locked in. I've only gotten nervous on plat. I've only got nervous on plat in more recent history when I have been in contention for the lead. So there were like a couple of times on plat back in 23 where like I was at the top of the leaderboard, like with a legitimate chance if I did something stupid to win it. That's when I get nervous, is when I'm like actually in contention. I'm typically pretty just in my own lane, firing away whatever I can do. This was maybe a little bit more because I hadn't played well, and so there was a lot of stress here to make up for it. What's going on, Phil? The game can't get you pumping, why play? Yeah, I mean it's absolutely the community, and it's the thrill of competition. I mean, that's like I ran track and field for years. Like I love sports. Like there's just the drama, the build up, the training, yeah, all the stuff that goes into it. And golf is great because like I like, in a way it's like puzzles with execution, you know, but at the same time it's you against other people, but it's you against yourself, you against the course. Not knowing what people shoot. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with the stream cadence that we've gone with for a while. We used to play all 4 plat on Wednesday, so it was like I'd make the cut and then just go. We've been spacing it one round a day. It has its benefits, like content-wise, of like it's just something to keep coming back to. But the other thing of it is you're playing round 4 on Thursday. You know the table, you know, a little bit more. Minus 70 rake? Yeah, some people are really good at the game. Some people are very good at the game. How'd I get the gold wedges, Jag? I do not have gold wedges. My wedges are... I have limited edition driver from the Clubhouse Pass. There have been a couple in the shop. There were limited edition irons. Maybe that's what you're talking about. The limited edition irons were a few weeks ago in the shop. Limited edition putter is from career mode beating Tiger. And if you do the last like career mode Grand Slam with the gold clubs, those are all limited edition. Those are physically gold clubs that are limited edition. But we have not had any limited edition wedges outside of that, and I don't have them yet. 2 dumb pars on par 5s in round 4 cost you? Well, if we take a look at the event stats here, the putting in round, 15-foot proximity, but we didn't miss a medium putt, and we were over 50% long putt. That's the difference. I was 7 of 12 from long range and 6 of 6 here, but if we look at the tournament as a whole, great proximity. 16.6. I will always take that, but you can't have this. That is 7 missed putts inside 10 feet, comboed with I was sub 50% on long putts with a 15-foot proximity or a 16-foot proximity. So you know that some of those long putts are not that long. So like that's 7 strokes right there. That's 57, right? Drop a couple of these. Now I'm at 60. Like, yes, there were some bad shots sprinkled in there. Don't get me wrong, but there were definitely missed makeable putts. I think even 2 of the long putts that we missed in this round were like easily makeable. Making Platt crying about missed putts, Lucas. That I gotta stay true to myself, man. This is our MO. Hit it close, miss the putts, complain about how bad of a putter I am 95% of the time, and how I'm basically the worst putter on the Platinum Tour. I just have ridiculous proximity in relation to my putting stats. Yeah, what's going on, Killer Clown? How we doing today? Think 25 gets you anywhere, Jason? Oh yeah. If you're even just like a few under par, you're gonna get into CC. 25 is gonna get you probably into one of the upper CC flights. I mean, obviously this isn't complete and it's gonna take a while to page through. So we're 48 at 50, 80 get into Platt, so we should be a lock. I don't think 33 people are gonna shoot better than 50 under at the end of the week here. But yeah, 25 under, you are a lock for sure. I don't think it's a pro tour. I think it'll probably be like an upper CC flight if I had to guess. But I mean, there's a ton of people. But yeah, I think we're looking at like at least 5 under, unless people struggle in the last round and move it down. We're probably looking at like mid to upper single digits to make it into a CC. Yeah, Lucas has the unofficial. So this is an unofficial placements, and it was last updated a few hours ago. Maybe like an hour and a half ago. I'll pull it up on stream here. If you're watching the vertical stream, I apologize. You're not gonna see it, but I'll show it to everyone else. So this is the unofficial standings right now, and like obviously the round that I just shot is not on here because it's round 4. It'll be up there tomorrow. But right now 25 is gonna get you into CC, or is gonna get you into Kinetic, or no, is gonna get you into CCA. By the end of this, this is without a 4th round, right? So add a 4th round. These are averaging 8 under, so take it to 32, 31. It's probably 25 is probably somewhere in here. Maybe like it's actually pretty aggressive here. I mean, unless over par, unless some things drop the scoring average. Yeah, probably a mid CC flight. That's crazy. But I think it's just because of how many people there are. Fire away. Fire away, clown. And before anybody asks, I have a script. That I run through Tamper Monkey. That's how you can see the usernames and platforms on here. Yeah, 3,500 people have teed off. 3,500 people have teed off, and I think over 2,000 have already finished their rounds. Under the par? What are the numbers? Wait, what do you mean under the par? What are the numbers on the scorecard? The handicap index? The numbers are 1 to 18. That's the handicap index like you would have in real life. We don't use handicap scoring in here, and the handicap scoring for unofficial courses is funky, I think, at best. I don't think the designer chooses that, so I don't know how that stuff gets situated. I mean, maybe they do. But yeah, that's the handicap. So if you played with handicap scoring on, then those would be your handicap indexes for adjustments. According to Doily, 2895 have finished all 4 rounds map. Is that an update as of today, or is that the nightly update as of last night? Or is that the update as of last night? Because I do remember him saying something yesterday. Oh, no, yeah, 9:48, so an hour ago. 45:43 registered, 28:95 completed all 4 rounds. There are 1,000 people already. If all of the people finish, there will be like, what is that? 2,700. Right now, there's over 1,000 people that aren't getting a tour card. That's wild, man. That is absolutely wild. I mean, if the interest stays up, that could be absolutely amazing. Like people playing. WGR is World Golf Ranking. So if once you play, you start accruing World Golf Ranking points. Platinum plays out the highest, Elite slightly lower multiplier, Kinetic, and so forth down the flights. You get less points, so that way the top players go up. But you can track, like, it'll track your World Golf Ranking over time. So you can see back in 21 we had our astronomical rise. I qualified CCA, and 9 weeks later I had won 2 events and was in Plat. And then, yeah, we were in the 20s. Peaked at, where was that? Peaked at 19, somewhere in here. Made it 22, peaked at 19. Sat a lot in the 20s, and then, hey, look at that, I had a kid. Started playing again. Kind of held in the 30s for the most part, and then didn't play the last little bit before the new game came out. But then you can look at the World Golf Rankings on the site and, you know, see your points, change in points. They have a whole thing behind the scenes. Can I search yours? I don't have your player name, but if you have your TGC name. Also, Jason, let me show you here. So it's the challenge circuit, TGC Tours parentheses challenge circuit. No, I need your TGC leaderboard name. I can't search by player name or like by username, whatever your leaderboard name is. But so this is the challenge circuit. So these are the different tours. I have them all. I mean, I can look now. It's like what your friendly name is. So like my username is, yeah, my PlayStation name is ZColpster, but my TGC name is Colby T. But yeah, so these are the societies, Jason. Challenge Circuit plays in TGC Tours Challenge Circuit. Kinetic has the Kinetic Tour, Elite Tour, Platinum Tour. True Sim is if you play in True Sim. There's also a 3-click one that might be changed, and then special events, which is where the qualifying is at. Summer something. I mean, I can look. I can look for. No, I don't. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a summer. Not seeing a summer. There are 4 Colbys though. I'm the best Colby. I'm the best Colby, at least as it stands. I don't know if there are any new Colbys coming on, but I guess I can start claiming that. You know, I probably can't claim best in Pennsylvania. I don't know. There's probably another better Pennsylvanian, but I can claim best Colby. Nice. Nice. Love that. Love that. That's crazy though. That's so many people playing the game. Top and maybe only player rep in Djibouti? Oh man, Djibouti? Okay. It's Thursday. We're done qualifying. So you know what? We're gonna stream a little bit later tonight. I'm gonna take a quick break. But if anybody wants in, I'm down to play some ranked duos. I'll put the code into chat. First come, first serve. If other people want in, we can maybe play a couple of them and try and rotate people. There will be another qualifier next week. It'll be in the challenge circuit. Every week there's qualifying. So you play challenge circuit every week after the main qualifier to try for a chance at a tour card. There won't be as many available, but they'll be there. But I appreciate you all. Like, follow, sub, all that great stuff. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Run a few ranked duos. Thank you so much. BRB. Go get a snack, stretch your legs or something.
It's raining.
Ads. Out of here. Alright, let's roll, Jopo. Let's roll. The only thing is, you gotta carry me. That's the only thing. Zeros and... Yeah, the zeros and the O's look the same. It's kind of like one of the worst things, especially if you get multiple of them. Because you would think that they'd have the zeros with like the slash through it just to differentiate, but no, you have to try and figure out, is it wider or narrower? Is it O0? Right, is the Joe Pa show? Thought it was a reference to Joe Paterno? Well, I did wear my Penn State polo yesterday. Yeah, so... can understand my opinions. Ooh, that's an aggressive line. Ooh. That's so aggressive. That's so aggressive. He says as he goes to take his hybrid right at the hole. Dunk it. Short. Oh, I know it's Joe Po. Joe Pa. College football coach. Don't worry about Lucas, he just can't read. That's all. Almost looked like the putter head didn't move. Alright, at least it's a straightish putt up the hill. Did a practice round on the CC course with the hardest conditions they would set based on weather report and shot 11 under, so you think you can do much better with more practice? You also, like, people also have to remember, as far as, like, the CC players are concerned and, like, scores, this is a platinum track with, like, kinetic conditions, like, CC to kinetic conditions and CC difficulty. So, like, that course is way harder than most of the stuff that you're gonna see on CC. Like, those fairways, super undulated, fairly narrow a lot of the time. You're gonna have way more forgiving stuff on CC. Yeah, people are gonna shoot higher. You're gonna get probably stuff, yeah, similar to like official 2K tracks, I guess. All right, ball is, oh, it's out of the heavy. 98. I mean, we could get a flyer here. I mean, I'm gonna choke down on the 7-iron up the hill. That's just unfortunate. We got basically as low of a roll as you can get out of that. I mean, there's not much. They're in there pretty close. I could have taken full 7, but I also, if I got a 98%, like, what am I gonna do? We're gonna go flying deep on the green. So I'm just trying to get that in there pretty close if I could. Alright, the putter's at least been on, so we get up and down, forces them to make this. What's going on, Adrian? Anything new in the Superstore? So there's the WWE stuff this week. So they got a bunch of WWE themed t-shirts. Lighting in the course was a bit hard to see the greens. 8 shadows, yeah, shadows definitely make it tougher to re-putt, especially if you get the like wind and the shadows start to shake. Well, the thing is, WWE stuff just came out. Surely there will be NBA stuff at some point. I'm gonna leave you short of here. I thought about going for the power drive, but honestly being that close is not really fun. This is a fuller shot. At least with 89 yards, there's some partial action that can happen. Completely lost your swing in the game? Keep making bad contact at the top of your swing. Yeah, I mean, it definitely can be tough when you feel like you've lost it. I will say, like, if you can fall back to a pre-shot routine, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. If you can essentially, like, set up consistently, then at least when you're trying to make adjustments, like, think about it in just, like, relative thumb feel to where you were, right? Okay, I was missing closed, so I need to feel like I'm pushing more to the, you know, if you're a right-handed golfer, more to the right, yeah, that sort of thing. You know, if you're open, I gotta go more to the left. Try and think of it in relative terms. Because for me, like, I have my normal setup, but like if I start pushing on the backswing, I'm like, okay, that needs to be this feel. Like, you just have to really hunker down and find the feel that works for you. Need them to release limited edition iron and wedges. So they do have them, but they require an insane amount of grind. Mike Vane, thank you for the follow. So they do have them. You have to do the career Grand Slam stuff, like whatever that highest level thing is. You have to have that done in order to get it. So it's pretty grindy. Always watching it. It's gonna miss low. Gosh darn it. Pretty good. Don't worry about it, Joe. Don't worry about it. Happens. So those irons and wedges are limited edition, the gold clubs from the Quest. They did have irons in the shop a few weeks ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they put wedges or, you know, wood or hybrid in the shop as well. Use all your AP, your player only goes up to a 98. Are you level 100? Because if you're level 100 and you use all your AP, you'll get up to a 99. If you're not at level 100 yet, you're gonna be a couple AP away from that. So they give you, I think, like 25. I think they give you like 25 AP to start or something similar. Something in that ballpark. And then there's, from level 1 to 100, you get 99 AP points to put in. All 125 take you from 65 to 99. No, so the game gives you... I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like short-sighted here. I might actually have to super flop, which I don't love. I gotta go other grip here, but close. When you rebirth, they give you enough VC to go, or enough AP points to go up to like an 84 overall, but you still have to unlock, because it starts you at 25, you still have to unlock the last 75 levels. I think it is. So once your character is at level 100, they will have enough AP points. Or I guess AP, because it's attribute points, right? Enough AP to go to 99 overall. Yeah, you unlock AP as you level up, and then you have to spend VC to apply the AP. That's kind of the whole gripe that people have, is like, what's the, like, why is it set up that way? Because it's like, oh, look at all this AP I have, but I can't spend it because I don't have the VC. I think you're level 97. Yeah, so once you... That means you're just like the 3 AP points away from a 99 overall. 54 yards. No, I'm gonna hit it stock. Not terrible. Got the slightly lower roll. VC easier to get or release events that give you bonus AP or bonus VC. I don't think they're gonna. So they kind of do both now. So they just buffed VC recently. So career mode, ranked tours, they play the same. They've made it more balanced across the board. So you used to get 3 VC per hole on career mode. Local match, quick play, ranked tours. Oh man, so close. You used to get it on everything. Now you get 3 VC for those ones, but you get 4 VC per hole in societies. I think solo ranked, you get 5 per hole. Duos, you get 6, and I think it's like 4 and 5 for casual matchmaking. So like the online modes now pay out a little bit more, and then the events with bonus VC is effectively they release some new quests like every week. There's like a Wednesday wear and earn, which is a dumb one, but they do it. They've got the daily quests and weekly quests, and then they do some like seasonal things, or they end up in the season tabs, but they typically correspond with whatever the professional event is that weekend. So it'll be like a couple weeks ago there was something related to Valero, and you know, this past weekend there was something related to the Masters, except they called it just like the Legends Championship because legal things, copyrights, you know, all that stuff that they don't have. So they do give some stuff, but it's still very much so they want you to log on and play every day, even if it's just for a little bit rather than sit down and grind. They want you to keep coming back. Nice shot. We need them to miss something because we're running out of holes. 2 down. That looked so weird, but it went in. Oh, come on. That's really gonna snap on me like that? Alright, well, GG's. That's the game, right? Yep. Feels bad, man. What were their ranks? They actually were putting the ball in close. I'm not used to that. Most of my opponents don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah, they were both... They're both birdie. All right. Is there anybody else that wants in, or are we running it back with Joe? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Warm outside. Even with this fan going and stuff, it is still so hot in this room. Hot dang. Like literal hot dang. That's not just metaphorical. All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. You're a 590 in solo. I think it said 900 something, but I also don't have that many matches. I think that was just our 3rd loss. You'll play, Steve? All right, I got you on the next one, Steve. I got you on the next one. All right. This is... I love Top of the Rock because this is like... How good is your elevation control? And most people's elevation control is terrible. Get in there, Steve. Thank you for the follow. Welcome back, Stash. Oh, is this Paynes? It is Paynes Valley. This hole in particular, just starting off with a par 3 with this huge elevation, reminds me of Top of the Rock, though. Okay, so this is playing like 23 extra down the hill, so it's playing like 172. Which means that an 8-iron should get down there and sit pretty nice. Distance control, ladies and gentlemen. Know your elevations. Know your elevations. Both courses are right by each other. Okay, gotcha. Men don't use straws? Yeah, but like, if you had a BB-8 cup, you're telling me you're gonna decapitate him to take a sip? Come on now. Come on now. BB-8 gets a pass on the straw usage. Also, just judging by this first hole alone, I think we're in a much easier company. I think we're in much easier company. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing. Hopefully I'm not jinxing ourselves with that statement, but... All right, 100 yards. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, I love courses with big elevation changes and wind. Give me either or of those. Because it's one thing to be able to hit your marks consistently in this game. It's another thing to do it while also having to actually think about something rather than point and shoot. So like a 70-foot downhill par 3, chef's kiss, because most people or weaker players don't know to play that, like, you know, as a 20-yard gain or so. Gonna shave this off just a touch. Oh, no. Don't go spinning away like that. It's fine. It still should be a reasonable putt right up the hill. Not a terrible out. Give it a little run at it. Don't finish too far past the hole. And look at that. Just like that, we're up 2 holes, Joe. Imagine. And a drivable par 4? Fire me right up. Fire me right up. I love the stingy sound of the ball off the club face. Is that not going to hold up and come back? It's going to run off the green? Fine, be that way. Fine, be that way, alright? I was trying to play it right because I thought it was really going to sling out to the left. Updated the spreadsheet, added a projected cut at 10 under for CCL. I don't think anybody saw this coming, RJ. I know we were predicting over par. I was like, to have this many people coming out for the qualifier is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like, we're gonna legitimately like, at the moment we already have 1,000 people who aren't gonna get a tour card, and there are another like 1,700 people who haven't finished all 4 rounds yet. Insane. Absolutely insane. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Open face, I guess, killed that. My bad. Say that plus 40 would get a car. Well, the thing is, Steve, they give out like close to 2,000 tour cards, and normally we have a little bit over that come out for qualifying. We were kind of going based off of last game and the way that people shot and the way that people would sometimes shoot on weekly basis that could get in. Nobody predicted this turnout. I think that Reddit AMA probably did a lot. 5 under the first 2 and then a plus 10 on the last 2 rounds, so probably won't get a card. Yeah, it's trending towards subpar, which is crazy, but keep trying. Keep trying. There are cards to be had each week. Courses will be a bit easier. Qualifiers on a plat course, you know, with slightly tamer conditions, so not to worry. What's going on, Sassman? About to go get your qualifier rounds in. Hope mine went well. We capped off our week in a big way. We shot 12, 13, 9, and then tonight we went out, shot 16 under. So 50 under for the week. We're gonna be sneaking into plat. Lived in CCL last year? Thought you were headed to, like, E or something? See, but what you can do, Steve, is you can take all of that knowledge that you gained playing the game last time out and parlay that into these future qualifiers. And maybe you pick up a thing or two here, because from what people tell me, they learn stuff here. So the wildest part is the people back in like 21 and 23 that were like, I made it to plat because of you, and I'm like, that's crazy. Awesome, but crazy for people to say that. I'm like, you're the one inputting the controls, but you know, I guess I get people on the right track for the most part. Ah, come on. We were dropping all the putts on, we dropped all the putts on the qualifier, so that's all that matters. And we're up on this, but come on, gotta be making these, gotta just put them away. Don't need to be dragging them along. You had an entire TGC career and retired to become a designer since following me? Oh, is that my fault too? If I send you into retirement, Map? I'm sorry. It's just because I liked Elden Ring, right? And you were like, I'm gonna make an Elden Ring boss-themed or boss-inspired course. That's what it was. That was the tipping point. That was the tipping point. I'm sorry, Map. I shouldn't have shown interest in it. Just said, haha, yeah, that's cool. Alright, they're probably about 9 iron out here. Oh, I can't wait to get out to go to the range tomorrow. I know I'm just chipping and putting, but get the golf club in hand. I'm excited. It's not supposed to be sunny, but it's supposed to be like 70. Saving some of those ideas for the Plat Course contest? Okay. Okay, bringing them back better than ever. Oh no, Joe. Oh no. Oh, there's light rough there. You can barely tell the difference between the light rough and the fairway. Alright, well, if one thing is for certain, I suck at hitting these straight, so we'll see. Yep. Pushed it. What does that mean? We miss it low. I gotta figure out something. I gotta figure out something for chip shots. I'm probably gonna have to take like a completely different grip, because every time I try and force the straight line from my normal grip, I miss it. Wow. Alright. Oh, what a putt. Just like that, we drop what? See, this is, I gotta make my putts. I gotta be making my putts. I can't be giving them pushes, because all it takes is for them to start making them. I'm gonna have to test something. After this round, we're gonna get Steve in. I'm gonna turn my overhead fan on. I need you guys to tell me if you can hear it, because I'm always paranoid to run the fan at a higher speed because of I don't want the background like white noise to be picking up on the microphone. So I'll let you guys know when we do that. And tell me if it's an issue or not. Thing plays uphill 71 feet. See, that doesn't feel like 30 feet uphill. That's the part that's crazy to me. If it's 30 feet uphill from here, Is it just the camera position that makes the head look like it's above the ground? Is that just how, like, real-life optical perception stuff works? 8-iron, choked approach. I think I gotta sit on it just a touch. Right. I think the uphill takes out the wind because it's only 4 miles an hour, and so like I adjusted there, and you can see that we're like 3 yards left, 4 yards left. I think I needed to just essentially ignore the wind. Okay, we got a chance. We got a chance to take this one. Go up 2 with 3 to go. Come on. Oh! Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's pain. What's going on, Soul Killer? Adjust the brake at different green speeds in this game compared to prior games? Past games, slower greens would break way more than fast greens. I mean, the slower greens just always break more at the end as the ball dies. I think the hard thing to compare across games is like the green speeds across games don't match. So like 204 feet in this rolls 201. In the last game, 186 rolled 204. In 2K21, 187 rolled 187. So like comparing apples to apples is a little bit tough. It's gonna fly too far. Let's see here. 203 down to like 225, probably about 230. This might go a little bit long, but I want to give it a chance to roll out if I can. We left the face open. Dang, that's gonna come up short. That's not a bad thing necessarily. That's not a bad thing necessarily. So yeah, you can't exactly look at the feet comparison. Like in this game, you would probably have to look at 140s being more similar to 135s, but then like the longer ones, you have to start like doing some weird comparisons. Receiving emails to create or link up your Steam account? Are you just saying for like your 2K account, Zeb? I believe you just go to 2K's website to make the account, and then in the in-game settings you go to link the account and just log in with the account that you created. Adjusting to putting in this game like many are. I will say this, Soul Killer, for anything like 140 and under, like I think in general, just add like 2-3 feet of power to every putt that's uphill, and then if it's way uphill, add a little bit more per like foot uphill. That'll get you on track to getting it past the hole. Default power is gonna put you like pin high or short. Downhill, if once you get to faster greens, start taking off on like 140s and below, you don't really need to adjust it. You can just hit it stock. That should hopefully get you off on the right foot. Oh, that got left and got long. I was trying to get a little bit shorter and a little bit more to the right. I thought it would, you know, to hit and go towards the hole. In-game doesn't work. You're stuck with the QR code and you don't receive any email. I mean, you don't have to have the 2K account attached in order to play. Oh, nice. We're going to get this hole now. So if you're having issues with it, it's not the end of the world. I would just say, you know, maybe reach out to support or try it again later. They were having some server issues earlier, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I don't believe you need the 2K account to play. I do think they give you like a small VC bonus for it. So like you do miss out on that, but I think you're fine otherwise. Mine happened to like automatically be linked because of my 2K23 data, I guess. So I didn't have to deal with it. Slight difference you've been noticing? Yeah, I mean, it might roll. I mean, I'm like 140 hours into this game now, so I've probably just tuned to it a bit, but like greens are greens. I don't think about the green speeds as much in terms of the break, unless it's like really fast. You know, I guess it's just when it's slower, it's going to go through the early break more and break more at the end. If it's faster, it's going to break more the whole way. GG's, Joe. All right, Steve. Now's your time to shine. Now's your time to shine. Yeah, I mean, they were bogey and par, so I'm not surprised by that. All right. Here's your room code. Wouldn't let you pass the 2K account thing when you first started this game, Stash? Really? Huh. I didn't know. I could have sworn you could play without. That's crazy to me. Because if that was the case, then you would see everybody show up with the 2K thing. Now, I don't know if you restart the game, if that would matter. Just wrote to 2K, but you can't play. You could try... The only thing that I could think to try that would be a little bit funky, Zeb, if you can, is to try and link it on the demo. So if you go to the PGA Tour 2K25 first look, maybe you can link it on there and then boot up, like close out the main game and then boot out the main game if you can get it paired through the demo. That's the only thing that I can think of. I haven't heard of people not being able to connect, but that might be a more widespread issue. It's just that most people have been playing a bit. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know if people have been talking about it all. Like, there's the PGA Discord. I don't know if people are able to help. I know servers were down earlier today, so I don't know. That's my best guess. Bit of pain every 2K game. Like I said, mine kind of auto paired because I had it paired on 2K23. So that's like, that was my get out of jail free card, so to speak. Just ball flight to try and hit straight shots as opposed to the draw with my draw bias? Yes. So I pretty much always try and hit a straight shot, or because I have 90 shaping, if I need to, I'll cut it to a fade. So it's really funky because I'm a draw bias, but I pretty much hit straight to fade, maybe a baby draw if I don't, shape it over enough. I got your PSN account linked to 2K, so it auto logs into new games now. I think it's just from having it paired up in previous games, Sporty. I don't think I did anything special. Never had 2K account on 23. I mean, Stash, did you get yours? You get yours paired up now. It didn't let you get it in the beginning. I was gonna say, because you could probably go back to 23, link it up, and then maybe it does its magic behind the scenes to like look for other 2K game data. 2K account with NBA 2K23. I'm guessing that they're just looking at previous PGA games on the same platform. Like Friday Night Lights came to golf. Down 65 feet. Alright, so this is going to carry like an extra 20 yards. Well, last night you talking about that? You've been trying it out tonight. You like it? You also have draw bias? Yeah, I mean, it also, the way I think about it is it keeps me reading wind and stuff like the same way that I did in 23. I read all my shots the same way. Every once in a while I do want to draw, but the points are forgiving enough that I can typically leave it on it because the correction is only literally like this tiny little thing. So as long as I don't miss by like a pixel, I can still hit the draw from the default. I just can't do the big draw because that requires some extra work. Yeah, if you have a 2K account for NBA, you can use the same 2K account to link. I just mean that it won't auto-pull it wouldn't auto-pull the data from it, but yeah, I would think that, having that account can be used or reused. Nervous to just shave my head, Tyler? My wife won't let me. She's the one that controls when the hair goes. I've joked about shaving the head and growing a beard. She hates everything about that. Both the beard and the fully shaved head. I know it's coming at some point. Or at least short hair is coming at some point. But then again, I look at my manager's manager. I guess he's our director. And he's got pretty similar hair to me, and he's probably 15 plus years older than I am, so there are other like balded people around. That's all right, Steve. Truly do not sweat it. I mean, obviously we're out here trying to win, but I don't want you to beat yourself up on it like you're letting me down. I play ranked duos for fun, not to. If I wanted to sweat, I would play solo ranked. BJ Kruger, what's going on? How do you play ranked matchmaking? So you go to It's not the play tab. I think it's the third tab over. Compete, I think it's called. I think it's the compete tab, and then that'll have ranked matchmaking, 2K ranked tours, and online societies. What's going on, Cole? How are you doing? 98 greens still come hot off the putter? Well, so they come out hot and then die, right? That's the thing. The slower greens, it feels like they come out hot, but they slow down so quick. So you gotta take out the break early, play the late break a little bit more. But you can just trust the aim. Yeah, trust that if you hit your power and you aimed, a couple feet past the hole, that's where it's gonna go. It's just the animation, can be jarring. What's going on, Gabe? Not the best, just got the game. This is actually going to be my last round of the night, but, door is open to anybody that wants to whenever we play ranked. So if you're here next time we play ranked, more than welcome to hop in. Cause it's getting close to midnight, so I'm gonna try and see something here on my Twitch settings. I don't know if it'll kick in midway. What if we? Sweet. I'm gonna try this out going forward. I need to go. I'm gonna try and manually control my ads. I'm gonna have to focus a little bit more and not have them auto run, but it wants me to take a full 8-iron from here. What do we think, guys? How are we feeling about this shot? We feeling good? That is wild. I'm trying to... Is this gonna get out? I think it is. I think it's gonna get out. It's not a terrible lie. It's uphill. I'm gonna go a little long. Okay, we're gonna go a little long. I'll take it. That came up way short, but you know what? We've got a putt. Give us up. I appreciate that, BJ. Appreciate y'all hanging out and lurking tonight. Get in there. There's the BJ sub. I got better. Hey, be nice, Cole. Different skills levels in this game, man. Ain't no room here for shaming. Yeah, so TGC qualifier is done next week. We hop into the Platinum Tour. I'm still trying to work out if we're going to do one a week. We might go 2 rounds Wednesday. We might go 2 rounds Wednesday, 2 rounds Thursday if we make the cut. We'll probably play some True Sim starting next week as well. Get back into the sim of things, so to speak. So we'll do some True Sim, do some Plat. Probably open up some more time for ranked duos as well. We'll still keep going with the Daily Master as a community foursome. So if people are down for that, we'll be playing that as well. We stream Monday through Thursday nights, BJ. We play Monday through Thursday nights. Off on the weekends. If I'm lucky, I get to record a video or edit. But we're a weekday gamer. All right, downhill, 260. I'm gonna take this back just a touch. Then big. Big cut. Yeah, I mean, that's hard to take that on straight on. Just trying to get it down here on the green. It kind of just keeps drifting away, but we're on there. What does CCL mean? So there's a platform, Cole, that a lot of us play on called TGC Tours. Third-party leaderboard. You may have seen the societies because they're some of the most populated societies in the game. But basically, they run weekly competitions, and there are 15 flights in them. So there's the Platinum Tour, which is the top tour. That's where we play. Then there's Elite, Kinetic, and then there's Challenge Circuit, i.e. CC, and then there are 12 different flights of it, CC A through L. So it means good enough to qualify, but in the bottom division. But you can compete your way up and down the leaderboards based on how you play each week. Different difficulties for TGC? Yes. So CC, Kinetic, and Master play, and Elite play on Master. Plat plays on Legend. Bad? Well, bad would be you can't qualify for CCL. So the swing difficulty is Master for everything except for Plat. That's on Legend this year. CC has wind meter on and vibration open. Once you get to the Pro Tours, the wind goes away and the vibration goes away. I think those are the only differences between the tours. You kind of hammered that. Yeah, kind of hammered that. That's online, but that thing was traveling. That thing was absolutely traveling. Holy cow. No pro difficulty? No. No, there might be... So... There might be a 3-click tour, but I don't think there's enough interest for it, so I think it's gonna get... I think it is gonna get reverted back to... Well, not back to, but there's talks... I pushed it open. There are talks of that tour getting converted to a base 65 tour, which I think would play on Legend. Like, I think it's like basically cracked out. It would be on Master or Legend, but you would only be able to play with a 65 overall character with no skills. But yeah, there's no pro. The only time that we ever played on pro was the second season of 2K21. Other than that, we've played on Master. So this is a first where Plat's going to actually go up to Legend, and that's because in this game, Master and Legend are the same, except Legend is more punishing on the mishit. So we play on Legend a lot, and we don't miss our input a lot, so... Shouldn't be too big of a system shock for us making that change. We play all our career mode stuff on Legend, so we're used to it. Nice try, Steve. That was close. Alright, we're all square. Back to all square. 1450, so what, 5 to play? There's time. Got time. Let's see what see where Steve puts us. Center fairway, I like it. I can work with that. 80 yards, so it's gonna be a real partial lob wedge. Tried Legend the other day, you suck. Yeah, the thing is, it's the misses get out of hand. So if you're one to miss your inputs frequently, yeah, Legend will start to eat you up. What tour once qualifying is done? So it should be about Sunday that that Doyley's able to get all that information out as to what tour you've qualified into. So you'll get an email and then it will show up on your TGC profile. Somebody's closer. So yeah, sometime Sunday they should have it processed. Everybody gets an email with the tour card that they get, and then your profile will also reflect your tour. Because your profile will always have your current tour on it. So right now it shouldn't say anything too much. Let me see what mine says. Info. Because our cards are revoked at the moment. So like right now mine just says TrueSim because I am only registered to TrueSim. Let me see if I can find somebody else's card who's... I don't think Woe is registered to TrueSim or 3Click. See if there's, say, anything different. It might say CCZ or something. Tour qualifier. So right now your tour should say qualifier on it. And then once that's been transitioned, it'll say qualifier still if you didn't qualify for anything. Or if you qualified for a tour, it'll tell you CC dash whatever, kinetic, elite plat. But you can play in game, like if you think I'm gonna qualify into CC, you can technically play challenge circuit on, as soon as it opens. The website will then, once the event goes live on the website, which will go after they've given cards out to everybody, then you will, your scores will be pulled into the proper tour that you're in. So like of all of the people that play CC and miss qualifying, start playing CC Saturday night or Sunday morning, as soon as it opens before it goes, their scores aren't going to start getting routed until after that's all processed and they start the next week on the site. Once that's transitioned, then all those scores will just get filed out to the right leaderboards. But pretty much it's watch Twitter, Discord, or your emails on Sunday. I don't know if they send out emails if you don't get a tour card. I don't know how that part works. Like, I don't know if they send you a sorry email or if you just don't get anything. Alright, if we can make a putt here, we can go ahead. We can make a putt here, we can go ahead. That's the key, because this is their third shot. It's out of the rough. I mean, it shouldn't be anything crazy. No, but they played the pitch and they didn't leave it short enough. So yeah, we're gonna be easy to putt here unless they sink this. Low. Oh, too much pace. I mean, it's low if they hit it with the amount of pace that they need it to actually drop. Alright, so 98, it's going through this early part pretty quick, and then breaking at the end. There we go. There we go. I mean, not that we needed to one putt it, but just good for the confidence. Thank you, Steve. 200. Oh, this thing's playing 246. I don't even know what the wind is. I don't even know what the wind is. For me, this is a hybrid, but I don't know. I don't know Steve's clubs. I would love if they gave us the information. I would love to know the archetype distribution by tour once qualifying is over, or just like archetype distribution by score. Something like that would be pretty neat to see. Because I know there are definitely technicians at the top level, but I would think that more people play technician lower down. Because I would assume people in lower flights, input is a bigger thing. But there could be people that have really good input that don't have the game knowledge, I guess. Could be part of it too. Yeah, it doesn't matter if your inputs are great if you're not aimed close. I felt like it just came off to the left. They were short. They were short. We're up the hill an inch. I'm still gonna give it the little bit extra. It's going through this early, not breaking as much, but then in the latter stages, it's breaking. Didn't respect the early break just enough. Didn't respect the early break just enough. It's a good putt from down there. Tough par 3. Tough par 3. Alright, where are we at? 17? Yeah. 1 up on 17, so we win this. We win this, we take it. That's let's just pipe one and put some pressure on. Let's just pipe one and put some pressure on. There you go. Check. This is a very... In these conditions, it sucks that it's hole 17. If you're going for an ace-atros, this is a very ace-atrosable hole. Hello. Oh no, they clipped through the backside? GG's. GG's, Steve. Well played. We got him. No, I don't use ball fittings, Jason. I like to keep it consistent across all my rounds, so I don't touch them. Oh, are we coming back down the stairs? Ah, where are we? Well, I guess we're gonna be here a while. Because they're likely not to forfeit. They're probably just gonna dink the ball around and waste our time for another 7 shots. Oh, actually trying to play it out. Surprising, most people just like whack driver from back there. Look at the sport. I'm gonna give them a round of applause for sportsmanship. I'm gonna give them a round of applause for sportsmanship. Well, think you're terrible? No, I don't think so either, Steve. I don't think so either. Fairways and greens is a good way to play. I know sometimes you missed a couple of them, but fairways and greens give you opportunities, and then it's just about getting better at, getting the ball closer. Like 300 rating matched with 2200 rating Condors and only lost by a hole. That's the thing. Every match is an opportunity, Jaden, and also some people that play Condor are Condor because they just have more than a 50% win rate and have a ton of matches under their belt. It doesn't mean they're the best. I mean, they might be good, but definitely doesn't mean they're the best. because it's also like on the flip side, like I'm only birdie one, right? I'm only birdie one, but I'm also 44-3, and I like to consider myself a top player in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, I'm not in like the top, but you know, an overall top player, like in the grand player base, right? So like we're 44-3. Give us enough matches, and we would, you know, like I'm just saying, look at this, right? 469 and 82, or 427 and 46. Like this is more impressive because there are 40 more wins and 40 more losses. Yeah, versus 423. Like these are the same rating, right? 4 more wins, but 180 less losses. Yeah, so you have to look at it that way. 20, like having the 2200 rating just means that you played enough matches at a high enough win rate. Yeah, 360 and 40, 380 and 40, 440 is way different than 370 and 140. Still good, but like there are different layers to it. There are certainly different layers to it. All right, but that's gonna put a cap on it for the week. We had a heck of a round in our TGC qualifier today. We had a heck of a round in our daily ranked. We shot 18 under in the daily ranked. We're sitting there almost at the top of the leaderboard. We shot 16 under on the final round of TGC to get ourselves to 50 under on the week, secure ourselves what should be a platinum tour card. And honestly, the support from you guys has been great. It's been great streams all week. Appreciate y'all hanging out. If you haven't already, like the YouTube streams if you're watching over there. Drop a sub on YouTube, drop a follow on Twitch if you want to find your way back. We are live 4 days a week. We put out shorts daily. Sometimes we have some other YouTube videos as well. So we've got all the content going over here. We've also got a Discord if you want to get in touch with me or the community offline. You know, I got the notifications on. I see all the things. But yeah. Also, best place to keep up with when we go live and any changes to the stream schedule. All that stuff goes through the Discord. So yeah, appreciate you guys all so very much. It has been a fantastic week. We will be back Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern-ish. Pretty much depends on bedtime, but sometime around 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday we go live. We'll have plenty of TGC and other things going on. It's a good rest, senor. I'll try my best. I still have to edit the round for tomorrow. I went on a long stream tonight because I wanted to. I was feeling it. But welcome back for 94 months, dude. That's a heckin' long time. Hope you keep enjoying your faces. I'll see you tomorrow night, sir. We've got some Baldur's Gate business to take care of. But yeah, thank you all so much. We're going to go send you guys on over to Joshua. He is playing... According to him, he's playing some brand new, fresh, never-before-seen content, Part 2. I don't know. Big claims. Big claims, but he's showing some love our way. We're going to show some love his way. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Easter. And, yeah. I will see you guys back here Monday night. Bye!